the first episode of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. You may question, why didn't we finish the first one? That's because the sequel to the movie FNAF 1 just came out. Literally 2 days ago, as of recording this. It's probably dropping on like Friday, but like, still. So, I've played through this game before quite a bit. That's why you have seen that it says continue night 4. But by the end of this, we're back there. For a nice 26-minute long
hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
We have a lot of projects.
Through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location.
If it's to a winner,
people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company.
Now, what do we consider the winner?
That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, they've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility. They even let them walk around during the day.
Why do we count Mangle as a winner?
But most importantly,
they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away.
Hey, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week, but complained about
as someone who saw the movie on premiere, what do I think
switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, look at you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seem to move around at night, and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode.
Yes, this video
So
will
when it
contain
gets
spoilers
quiet,
for the movie
they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office.
The possession thing
So our temporary solution is this.
was really stupid and should not have been done. I think that was
wound up remotely.
I like the idea.
Every once in a
we
while,
all got irate.
switch over to the prize counter
opening
video
scene
feed
was
and wind it up for a few seconds.
I didn't even know you
It
could
doesn't
get
seem to
away
affect
with
all of the
that.
animatronics, but it does
I did
affect
not know you could do
one of them.
But it was great. The horror of it was
And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robot thing.
Opposite can be said for FNAF 1 movie. I never felt scared. Since it fully embraces the fans, I do get why you got a 13. It also has the highest difference between the two, which I think a 75
will wander back out.
being 88
something else
to
worth
13.
mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey,
used to be respected.
And even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I gotta say though, the references, the theater, the experience, every part of it was excellent. I want to tell you about the experience, because mine was genuinely great. During the experience, every time one of our favorite characters showed up, we all cheered immediately. When Matt Pat started speaking, we started immediately cheering to a degree I never saw. When the entire audience visibly gasped when Shadow Bonnie showed up for that one frame it could. We all made inhuman noises at that credit song. It's been so long, that's insane. The ending, we all cheered. During the end of it, like the moment where the toy animatronics are all lined up in a line, and we have the big, and then the classic animatronics go ahead and beat them up. Someone before that happened just yelled, "We are FNAF!" in the background, and it was the best thing I've ever experienced. I gotta say, props to you, buddy. It was an excellent ending, probably because of that, but also because that's just the most Avengers Endgame level shit. And I was not expecting that in the slightest. Michael Afton being a very major villain. Was not expecting that, but I love that idea. I mean, we already have a Mike that's a good guy, so we might as well keep the actual in-game Mike. Let's just make him evil. Let's just make him a psychopath. Why not? It felt like that was supposed to be a reveal for the pseudo fans and stuff. Because if you are a big fan of the series, you would have known, man. So, by the way, in this episode, we get done with 3 nights. Interesting when I say the editing process of this episode is probably going to be the longest editing I've ever spent on these episodes. But still, like, my review of the movie is affected by the fact that the fans were having so much fun the entire time. Like, I watched it with my father, and he thought it was incredible because of the experience. Like, he thought the film was mid, but the experience, seeing all the fans freak out every 5 minutes was really endearing to him. So, he also had fun. It was a ton of fun, man. The film experience was great. There was just so much going on with it. Like, everyone in there was what I like to call the turbo nerds, which means no one in here is here for the horror. No critics are here. The film is a genuinely decent storyline. But also for my issues of, I already know most of FNAF's storyline. I know pretty much all the lore that this is adapting, and that leads me to the issue of, well, I can't really judge the storyline because I know this already. Which means it being adapted, meaning anything missing from it can be just filled in. Critics are right to criticize the storyline, because we literally can't criticize them back. We can't say that they're wrong about this, because we'll just fill in the blanks about things that they don't know. Now, is the film as bad as they say it is? No. I don't imagine. So remember, they gave it 88% to Cutie, so we can't take them seriously. Now, what was my favorite animatronics from it? My favorite, man, gotta say, it gotta go to Mangle, and it gotta go to Withered Bonnie. And Toy Bonnie, honestly, Toy Freddy, and also Toy Chica, and the Withered. Actually, screw it, I can't choose a favorite. I can choose a least favorite, that must go to Withered Chica, but like, I can't choose a favorite. These are too good animatronics. I said, they had wasted potential. The Withereds only showed up for like 5 minutes.
Hello?
Those 5 minutes were some damn good 5 minutes.
Yeah, I told you your first night wouldn't be a problem. You're a natural.
Like,
by now I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room.
But they didn't
those
die.
From the previous location, and we just used them
Never
for
saw them
parts
die.
now. The idea at first was to repair them.
Which gives FNAF 3 a great
They even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology. They were just so ugly, you know?
That would feel like such a big downgrade from like 10 animatronics
to go in a whole new
to
direction and make them super
we might go to sister
kid-friendly.
location.
Those older ones shouldn't be able to walk around. But if they do, the whole Freddy head trick should work on them too. So,
maybe we'll
whatever.
have like a Mike going after
I love those
William
old
Afton.
characters. Did you ever see Foxy the Pirate?
Going down
Oh, wait,
into the
Foxy.
sister location.
Oh yeah, Foxy. Hey,
the
listen.
sister location
that one was always a
animatronics.
bit twitchy.
Because I think
I'm
that
not sure if
would
the
work
Freddy
great.
head trick will work on Foxy.
As
If
that
for
would
some reason he
be why
activates
we
during the night,
most likely to
see
find
him
him.
standing at the far end of the hall, just flash your light at him from
This
time to
series has
time.
never felt like
Those older
one
models would always
standalone
get
film.
disoriented with bright lights.
Always
It would
felt
cause
like
a
all of these
system
would
restart or
tell
something.
one big story that
Come to
makes
think of it,
coherent
might want to
sense,
try that
but
on
if you just
Movie
watch
Room or
one at a
something
time, it does
desirable
not
might
make
be.
any sense.
They might hold it in place
Like,
for a
the
few
first
seconds.
film fell into some controversy, but it was
carry over
relatively
to the newer models
okay.
too. One more
Second
thing,
film?
don't forget the music box. I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet thing. It's
Well,
always
again, the theater
thinking,
experience
and it can go
is
anywhere.
really deemed
I
by
don't think the Freddy mask will fool
do you
us,
find
so
it fun
just
for
don't
the
forget the
fanatics to
music
be
box.
there. Because your issue
Anyway,
with going
I'm
to this
sure it won't be
movie
a
opening
problem.
night
Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
is that you really just have to be a FNAF fan to do it. Like Moist Critical's review mentioned this, and I have to say I respect him. I respect that. Fair enough for having a negative opinion on it, but also bad on you because you should have done this later. Like, what do you expect to happen here? For the FNAF fans to not be there opening night? Of course we're there opening night. It's like the whole idea. Like, I was there opening night, so like, yeah, I don't get why he didn't expect the audience to be just a bit annoying. Because if you don't understand all these cool references, then them cheering wouldn't make as much sense. It would just be annoying. I remember reading one comment that was like, whenever any of the Foxy characters showed up, there was a bunch of three teenagers would run down the staircase, Hayes yelling, "Yeah, ha, ha, ha." I gotta say, whoever experienced that, I'm hoping that you're a FNAF fan as well, because that sounds so funny. Like, the ending of FNAF 2, was it good? No. Was it funny? Yes. Did I have a good time with it? Of course. That ending, stupidest thing I've ever seen. Stupidest ending of all time. It was the funniest shit, though. It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell. Like that's Avengers ending. Except this is a horror series. That's not supposed to happen. Like there's even stupider things that happened. Even stupider things. Mangle, my boy Mangle. Him and Toy Chica got 1 kill each, which is more than Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie. This film has more kills in it, but all of these more kills do not feel that way. Because Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie never got a single kill. That's unfortunate. They really should have. I just wanted one. I didn't want much, but I had anything to complain about. It's at the end, I was trying to think enough kills. That's what I have to complain. I'm gonna complain about something that genuinely bothered me, which, of course, was the amount of kills. It just wasn't enough. That's my main complaint. I didn't notice any plot holes in the storyline. The storyline had a concrete story. It's just, again, it feels like a sequel. It feels like a continuation. It feels like FNAF 3 Part 1. Or, more accurately, like FNAF 2 Part 1. And FNAF 2 Part 2 would be the third film. Because it feels like the storyline's just too big. Because it feels like this is just all hype through the third film. Because, like, this is such a good film for a FNAF fan, but I mean, seeing how Metacritic seems to be reacting to such negative numbers on these films, I've gotta say, that third film's gonna be peak humor. It's gonna have a -5 in Metacritic on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 100 on audience, somehow. Like, I'm pretty sure FNAF 2 has the largest audience versus critics gap ever, at 75. Critics hated it, and the fans and the audience loved it. And the film is really successful. So I think that this movie is really good for reasonings of you just kind of have to be a fan. And the fans give you the big bucks, all I'm gonna say. Like, we already have a $70 million opening box office, which, yes, that's elite. That's less than what, the first film had. But, obviously, the first one was 80. You want to know what's the funny thing about this opening weekend? This is the driest opening weekend normally. Like, this week, this is when you don't release a movie, because this is, like, when all of these opening weekends are dry as hell during early December. Once you're in late December, suddenly numbers get way higher because it's Christmas. But of course, because you just had the Thanksgiving drops of like 25 movies, of course the numbers would go down. So the fact that we're getting 70 million the opening box office, this opening weekend's already earning $70 million, which is already double what the budget of the film was, which means once this opening weekend happens, it's going to start earning a lot of money from it, and therefore that could go to getting a bigger box office. All I'm saying is that this movie is really impressive. Now back to the game. This is doing things that are fun. I'm saying that because seriously, these nights get way more chaotic, and I'm gonna actually start talking about the nights. But I can ramble on about the movie for as long as I want. And in some ways, I'm not gonna lay one in, the issue of full reviews is I have to use footage from the movie, which I just can't use yet. I watched FNAF Movie 1 for the first time during Halloween of October. Because just the feeling I got. I
told you you wouldn't have any problems.
The first time
Did
I watched it.
Foxy
I thought it was
ever appear in the
decent.
hallway?
Like, I didn't think it was the best thing of all time.
I was curious.
It certainly
Like I
wasn't,
said,
but it
he was always my favorite. They tried to remake Foxy,
I had a mind-boggling
they thought the first one was too scary, so they redesigned it to be more kid-friendly, put it in kid code
good-ass film.
to keep the toddlers
For a
entertained.
sequel, the horror
But
is
kids
on
these days
point.
just can't keep their hands to themselves. The staff literally had to put Foxy back together at the end of every shift. Eventually, they just stopped trying and left him as some kind of take-apart, put-back-together attraction.
There hasn't been a single issue with the horror.
I think the employees refer to him as just the mangle.
I just did not have an issue with it.
Oh, hey, before I go, I wanted to ease your mind about any rumors you might have heard lately. You know how these local stories come and go and seldom mean anything. I can personally assure you that whatever is going on out there, however tragic it may be, has nothing to do with our establishment. It's just all rumor and speculation. People trying to make about, our guard during the day has reported nothing that he's gonna watch from opening until close.
Like, yeah,
Okay, well anyway, hang in there and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Mangle solos it. I love Mangle. Like, when I saw Mangle kicking ass in the movie, I was like, oh, that's my boy! That's my goat! Of course, the goat did not lock in. But they still got more kills than most people because they were able to get one kill in. Which is better than I can say for Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie. Seriously, you are failures at this. But Toy Chica's kill was great as well. Grabbing that annoying science teacher that was being really mean to Abby. Like, he was the biggest asshole of all time, and he absolutely deserved the fate he got of his head getting squished. Just squished, just compressed. I love that scene. The entire audience was cheering for his downfall. Like, it was just such an excellent scene. It led to a great... Honestly, I think I might just drop a full-on review of this, though I might title this video Review of FNAF Movie 2 with FNAF 2 gameplay in the background. Because honestly, I'm not commenting on the gameplay in the slightest, I'm just commenting on the movie. And I'm gonna continue. So, the film is like the idea that that's how the puppet works, and that's why the puppet works, makes sense. It is digestible. There should have been more Henry Emily. I'm sorry, but there should have been more Henry. But for the small amount that we got of Henry, I think he did an excellent job of Henry. It's just, there was not enough Henry. Then, a big part of the film's storyline, like William Afton's scene. That scene with Vanessa and the dream sequence, I think for the moments Matthew Lillard showed up in, he killed it as that role. Like, the kings of horror, Matthew Lillard and I forgot the name of the other one, are back. Same for Megan Fox, and we also got Matt Pat. Those who said that Megan Fox did not show up in it, I mean, you might be correct. They might have way more importance than other films. I don't watch those things. But I do know that there was a lot of talking of Toy Chica. But Matt Pat and Kellen Goff, both of them killed it as the animatronics. I'm sorry. Like, all Mangle needed was a voice actor. But honestly, I don't even care. Personally, I'd fan cast Mangle as Jack Black. I don't care if it's what I envisioned Mangle's voice to sound like. Like, because Mangle should sound pirate-ish. I think her voice in Ultimate Custom Night does not make any sense and is a really bad voice for Mangle. That isn't a Mangle voice. I know that. Because Mangle should have a masculine voice still. Because they were still a fox. Yeah, they're a they now. But who cares? Because they were a he before. Their voice should... Because I don't think the animatronics would be good at figuring out how to change their voice. I don't think they could, really. Look, I like the idea that Mangle's able to swap their voice box out because it's easy to accept. So maybe that's how they will do it. But that's like the only explanation that they swap their voice box out, because there's no reason for their voice to ever be anything but a pirate voice. Why would there, logistically speaking here? From a game perspective, it makes sense. But, like, logistically speaking, why would they not have a pirate voice? That's just a me thing, though. Besides that aspect, I just think the film was good with its lore. Like, the moments it was trying to be scary, it was genuinely scary. All those marionette moments, seriously, the marionette's horrifying. We are not speaking enough about that. It doesn't matter how much you were talking about how scary the marionette was, you aren't speaking enough about it. It should be the only concept of your entire, like, duration. This thing, I need to say, the marionette is horrifying. Also, the nerve to put things in the very end in the first trailer is genuinely great. Like, the fact that the wizards were revealed in the in the first trailer, but we still didn't get any with Freddy. That was explained upon. So, but I gotta say, I need to tell you about my favorite scene from the entire movie, because seriously, it was genuinely an excellent scene, and it needs to be talked about more. I'm sorry if I speak really fast. I just normally do that all the time. So, anyways, I need to talk about this because this is excellent. The scene where Mike Schmidt does some really funny stuff, really incredible. It's laughable, it's insane, it's intense, it's excellent, it's perfect. The scene where he screws off Balloon Boy's head and puts that child's head on the ground. Balloon Boy's death, that's the best thing that happened, and I'm sorry. Balloon Boy dying. If you kill Balloon Boy, you did the world a service. He's the most annoying of dirt. He's the most annoying person of all time. I hate him. No one should really. Really, he has ruined multiple. Now, continuing on to time for the 4 of 9. Though we won't be finishing this one. Now, of course, why was I explaining the rules of this one? This is just going to be a FNAF Movie 2 review. Great question.
Oh, hello.
Like, seriously, the movie
hey there, night 4. I told you to get the hang of it.
Like, the marionette was genuinely more scary than I thought they would be, because I never thought the
investigation going on. We may end up having to close for
I thought they would just be a background asset.
I want to emphasize, though,
I should have figured out the fact that they were hiding them from us.
Fazbear Entertainment denies
Such a
any
degree would be a
wrongdoing.
big hint that,
These things happen
they
sometimes.
might be more.
It'll all get sorted out in a few
That's a
days.
scene where
Just
the
keep an eye on
marionette
things,
straight up
and I'll
jumps
keep
out of
you
Toy
posted.
Chico.
Just as a side note, though, try to avoid eye contact with any of the animatronics as much as you can. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition systems. We're not sure. But the characters have been acting very unusual, almost aggressive towards the staff. They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare. Anyway, hang tight, it'll all pass. Good night.
Yeah, nah, I just have a lot of projects for the main channel. So, still, it will make time to sometimes post on this. Whenever I want to post on this channel, it gets a post, goddammit. It's gonna get a Cuphead video eventually, it's gonna get a bunch of other things. A lot of things were prepared for November because it was in November, and giving thanks to the developers. Loved the idea. Got tired. I was really tired. And I did not want to work on this channel. Because my voice hates working on it. Seriously. My my voice gets dry as fuck. I need to keep a bottle of water near me at all possible moments while recording for this channel. Because I'm not as dry as heck when recording for Icon Empire. It's just annoying. Now, something annoying with CapCut, which is my main editing software. I don't think you've seen me ever keep an ending inside these videos. My main issue with it is it always forces you to be on AI Ultra HD, which there's no way to swap it just basic HD. It has to be AI Ultra HD. On other news, I have gotten the Switch 2 edition of Sonic Racing Crossworld, which means now it's gonna look better. Now it's gonna look better in the video, so, you know. Whenever we go back to that game, in the next year maybe. Originally this channel was going to be just a Sonic channel, and you're currently watching a FNAF movie review. So, guess this will be returning back to Sonic channel norm, because it's going to be just Sonic pretty much. But, yeah, no. We will drop other styles of content, just now, anyways, guys, to make sure, look at that, we got jumped here by Withered Bonnie. Oh no! Well, now that we're dead, and now that we're getting side-eyed by Withered Freddy, who appears on all the merchandise for some reason, we'll see you later, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Bye-bye!